Ready for a market update for Davis and Weber County. My name is Megan Coon with Powerhouse Real Estate, and today I want to give you a good idea of what our market is doing here in Utah and how it might impact you as a buyer or seller going into the market. First, we want to talk about our days on market. We started this year with homes sitting for about 45 days on average, which is a reasonable amount of time. It is a little bit stressful for sellers to have their homes sitting a little over a month, and we were getting some good activity on homes, but buyers were just very slow to make offers. We are seeing a slight shift in this, and homes right now are actually selling in about 25 days. So we're back within that month range, and we're seeing buyers more anxious to put offers in. We're seeing multiple offer situations in some cases, which is kind of rare to what we've seen recently. And that means that buyers do have to be a little bit more competitive as they're making offers, and sellers get a little bit more say in what they're accepting and the terms that they're accepting in an offer. So good news for sellers, also good news for buyers, because we're seeing more homes coming on the market, and sellers are more anxious to jump into the market because they see that we're in a good, healthy, reasonable market for sellers. Now, month over month, we're continually seeing home sales up, which means more homes are going under contract and closing. Year over year, we're down pretty significantly because interest rates. We're trying to have a spring market. This is kind of the feel that we're seeing right about this time of year. Things pick up pretty significantly. And it's like the market's trying to do that, but interest rates are just saying, nope, we're going to keep you down. And so that's kind of the feel of the market right now. While buyers are excited to get into the market because it is that time of year, there's also a lot of anxiety for buyers right now as far as what's their monthly payment going to be? How are they going to afford it? Because payments are just so high. Our rates are sitting around 7.5%. Now, side note with rates, when I say rates are at about 7.5%, that's the advertised rate. Your rate is going to vary based on your qualification. So while I say rates are at 7.5%, you may get a 6%, 6.5%, 7% rate, just depending on how much money you're bringing to the table, how much or what your credit score is, and which loan program you're choosing to do. And so keep that in mind as we, throw these numbers out there. It's not Bible, it's not law. It will vary based on your situation. Another really interesting thing that we're seeing is when we started the year in January, our homes were selling for about 97% of what they were listed for. So that meant that buyers had about a 3% variance in offering from what the home was listed for to what they were paying for it at the closing. Now that has gone back up to about 100%. We're between 99 and 100% right now, which means there's very little leeway between what the home is listed for and what you can offer. One, because we're seeing multiple offers. So in some cases, we're even seeing homes go over asking price. Now, there's a couple factors that come into this. Number one, sellers are understanding that while there are serious buyers out there, there's not as many buyers as we typically see this time of year. And so they're being tricky and listing low to drive that traffic and get a lot of buyers, which skews our statistics just a little bit because while the home is listed low and it sells for over, that percentage goes up, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's selling over the value of the home. It's just selling over maybe what it was listed at, which are two totally different things. And so keep that in mind as we look at the statistics. But it does go to show that as a buyer, if you're looking to get into the market, you don't have a lot of leverage as far as making low offers in the market right now. Lastly, let's talk about pricing. We have seen our prices increase, but very insignificantly. Overall, our median sell price has gone up about $10,000 from the start of the year to now. So our median sell price right now is about $475,000. And so year over year, we're up, and month over month, we're continuing to see that climb just very gradually. So as a seller, you don't have to worry that your value is going down. As a buyer, you can confidently purchase and know that we are trending in the right direction to where you can get into a home and start building equity immediately. However, it's very insignificant compared to years past. You may have gained $100,000 in equity a couple couple of years ago. And this year it's going to be pretty minimal, but it will be an increase, not a decrease overall. If you have questions about the market, again, these statistics are for Davis and Weber counties specifically. I'm happy to pull statistics for any area that you might live, or if you have questions about your neighborhood or the home prices around you specifically, I'm happy to pull some numbers for you, give you a good idea of what your neighbor's home is sold for so that you can understand the value of your home a little bit better and what it would look like for you to sell and buy in the market right now. My name is Megan Coon with Powerhouse Real Estate.